Imagine going to work expecting to train, learn, and do your job, and instead you're chased, stripped, beaten, and waterboarded by your own coworkers. That's not a movie scene. That's what investigators say happened inside a Florida fire station. This is one of those stories where the word hazing doesn't even come close to describing what actually happened. Welcome to Between Headlines, where we look past the headlines and talk through the details, the context, and the verified facts that actually matter. Let's break this one down.
Waterboarding thing, I'm sure is what you guys are trying to get at. Because I just thought we were all just joking around with it.
4 employees face criminal charges and are expected to be in court for a hearing January 13th. They were fired along with 6 others, including leadership at the station. The victim was a newly hired firefighter.
I agree when we dig out and 100%.
I don't know who brought it out. I do remember they're not using it because I told them not to. Or there may have been a few drops as it went over his head, but nothing. They didn't pour it.
The victim recounted what happened in a text conversation with firefighter Michael Gatto, who told his crew about the hazing. They passed reports to fire rescue leaders. In the exchange with Gatto, the victim wrote, quote, "Bro, they waterboarded me, and that wasn't even the worst part." Later, the victim wrote, quote, "And then Seth put me in a leg lock while the EMS dude Kenny held my arms, and Tate took my belt off and my pants and started beating me with it. They were trying to get my phone password to log into my TikTok for some reason, so they did all that to get my phone password."
So we called you guys because based on the information that firefighter Stewart here has provided us, we believe that potentially a crime has been committed.
Okay.
We've run it through our legal department, our HR department, and we feel it's like a mandatory reporting situation, and we want him to give you the
whole story. Start from the beginning. Well, give me a little bit of why we're here, and then we'll kind of go back from there.
So later in the night, when pretty much command, captain and lieutenant was sleeping, the rest of the crew were trying to get in my phone, found my password, and so they ended up taking my gear off and throwing my boots, and then
They physically took your gear off of you?
no, the truck.
Okay.
And then threw it, and then threw my boots, and then I went to go get it, and they one came behind me and held my arms and then dragged me over to kind of the concrete in front of the bay, and set they down my legs and put me in a leg lock, held my legs, and then after that one of them took the phone out of my pocket and kept trying to lock me out, and they were "What's the password?" They were trying to get into my TikTok account, and so then I took my belt off, and then they were trying to turn me to my side, but they're still holding me. So one has me.
You're still afraid, or you're on the ground?
No, I'm on the ground.
Okay.
So they're holding me, and then he has my legs held up like this, and they're kind of bending them, so I can't go anywhere.
You're your knees.
Yeah, like this.
Your knees toward your chest.
Yeah. Okay. And he's holding them, and so he takes my belt off me, and
who's he?
Tate dropped him. Tate. So Tate, Seth Day.
And we'll get all the names. I just want to see kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took my belt off and started hitting me with it.
Okay.
And then afterwards, there was a girl there. She was on the medic truck, and she was trying to lock me on my phone and stuff. And she locked it out so many times in a message that said reset all your system data.
Yeah.
She was threatening to press that and reset everything. And then they told her to look away, and they started pulling my pants off, and then they were hitting me again, and then they said look away, and then she's still taking pictures and stuff, and then she kind of faked it like this.
And then he started spanking him with the belt. Really bad. I just feel that went way too far. That's past what they normally do as a joke.
I was originally told to delete any videos.
Not an excuse, but this is what's been happening to me the whole time.
I've been assaulted before. I know what it sounds like. But it just didn't seem like that. It seemed like something that they'd done all the time.
A hazing incident that went horribly wrong. Before I get into the specifics of the arrests and what the charges are, I want to start off with this. I want to make something abundantly clear, especially to the citizens of Marion County. The leadership in the County Fire Rescue is a cut above. Chief Banta, his leadership, integrity, and in my values, the integrity, honesty, and trust is there. And that's the same for our county commissioners and our county government, of what they believe in and what they stand for and what they will not tolerate. But unfortunately, we are here today because of these 4 firefighters who went a little bit too far with hazing. Disappointing, absolutely. As the son of a firefighter myself, it is disappointing. It's no different than myself when a deputy does something wrong and I have to arrest them as well. The 4 firefighters and the charges in which they are facing is kidnapping, robbery, battery, and accessory. It all began over grease being smeared on the victim and a pizza later in the afternoon, or during the shift, I should say, over a pizza, belongings, and it escalated from there. It also, the whole thing began because the 4 that arrested, or individuals at the firehouse, wanted a video from TikTok that the victim had. They chased him down in the parking lot. Once they caught him, they removed his pants from him, took his belt, then began to strike him on the backside with that belt. The victim refused to give up the phone. The phone was taken from him during this whole incident. Trying to gain access, these firefighters tried to get the password from him, in which he refused. During the process, they continued to escalate into these criminal acts. While they're trying to get into the phone, they took it even a little bit further. They removed his underwear and then again began to strike him on his backside, on his bare skin. The kidnapping comes when they took him and began to drag him through the parking lot, moving him from one location to another. And then at some point, one of them decided to go get, or someone mentioned, they decided to get a bottle of water and a towel and waterboard him, according to the victim, 3 times. During this whole incident, the victim fought and refused to cooperate and made it abundantly clear to each of them that this was outside of what he thought maybe could be perceived as something minor. And each of them should have known it. Unfortunately, they took it to this level.
The victim is still employed with Marion County Fire Rescue. The criminal case is ongoing, and prosecutors say more information could come out as it moves through the court system. For now, this case stands as a reminder that tradition doesn't excuse abuse, and authority doesn't protect you from consequences. This wasn't about toughness. It wasn't about bonding, and it wasn't harmless. According to investigators, it was violence carried out by people who were supposed to protect others. That's where we'll leave it for now. If you want clear breakdowns and updates as stories like this continue to unfold, subscribe to Between Headlines. As always, you're welcome to share your thoughts respectfully in the comments.